the ball moving, but they got no run on the outside. Bradley Hill and Isaac Smith only had the one possession each in that third quarter. They haven't got enough run to move the ball quickly, and Geelong are forcing them to not kick the ball well, which is their game. It's going to be pretty tough to turn that around from here.
Start of the final term when it goes to the grand final. Vardy hooks it down behind Caddy, slips a hand pass away. Christensen back to Bartel. Now Selwood released into space. Not a good kick. Birchall tried to pluck it out of mid-air. Sewell goes back, sliding over his leg, tries to fit it to Gibson. Tackled by Christensen. Can't find a way through in the opposite direction. Whitecross is taken down. Gang tackled, and the umpire wants it. So Geelong on the back of his 7-goal third term, lead now by 20 points, despite Sam Mitchell having 14 possessions in that third term. That's holding it surely.
Legal disposal.
Belated whistle, and it will be a free kick to Burgoyne, who's had a good one.
Kicked a couple of goals, had plenty of the ball. He's had a good back end of the season. 3 of the 5 times he's had over 25 disposals have come very late in the year. They need all their experienced players to stand up here. They need some run and carry.
Hodge has gone to the middle, so that's the first move, but they also need to get overlap run. Richo is absolutely spot on, and then their half-back to start running. Smith, Birchall, they need to start getting on their bikes.
There is Smith, and that's out in the full. If you're Luke Hodge at three-quarter time, a couple of words, Tom, to the team.
Yeah, physical courage, put your head over the ball, use the ball courageously, and you've got to start talking about your reputation. Their legacy and reputation as a footy club is on the line right now.
So 20-point margin, famously, Hawthorn have come from that margin a couple of times in finals, a prelim against Melbourne, but that 1971 final against St Kilda, the grand final. Here's Christensen running on, carrying, backing himself and missing everything. So Geelong has never lost any final from this lead at three-quarter time. 17 points, the biggest lead they've ever given up. Hawthorn twice have come from 20 points and 21 to win finals, and the most famous, the 1971 grand final. They need to rewrite some history here tonight.
Birchall. Shields. Kicks beyond the wing. One-out contest. Mackey reaching over the top. Recovers brilliantly, Mackey. Leads back in the race then. Ball trickles out of bounds, so we'll have a throw-in.
Importantly, the next man into the contest was Jimmy Bartel, so the work rate of the Cats at the moment all over the Hawks.
Chappie. What must he be thinking? Suddenly, the future looks a lot brighter. Puopolo falling to the ground. Sewell drives inside the forward 50. Franklin going back with Lonigan. Lonigan did well to get a fist. Off the ground by Franklin. Great work by Bruce. They get the first then. Wasn't pretty. But Franklin in the right spot, and Bruce laid the ball down in his path.
Got into one-on-one contest there. Franklin had Lonigan one out. Bruce had Mackey one out. Really important they can work in that sort of space.
It's clever Bruce, isn't he?
He's going to have to kick 2 or 3, I reckon, Franklin. I mean, out of necessity now, they have to play him forward 50, and I reckon he's still one-on-one. If he can get a bit of space around Lonigan then at ground level, he's going to be really dangerous.
So just checking there. So we're double checking here. Gee, this is a late call, isn't it?
Oh, sorry. How late can you go?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as the ball hasn't come back into play.
Who's called for this?
Well, the third umpire can call for it right after a goal.
Thank you. Confirm goal.
Confirm goal. Yeah. It's a goal.
There's a bit farcical there because all the players ran back through kicking.
Yeah, that's right. But before there's a centre bounce, the third umpire can say, I'll have a look at this just to make sure, because a couple of the Geelong players were actually protesting that the ball might have hit the post.
There's got to be a statute of limitations, doesn't there?
I think so.
Okay, want to go, boys?
Gunston's pushed right up to the wing here, so again a very different forward set up for Hawthorn.
And Hodge right in the thick of things. So big goal for the Hawks. They're back within a manageable margin. Caddy clever. Christensen, of course, missing a moment ago. Everything. Kick forward. Burgoyne. Good tackle, Murdoch. Stratton. Hodge. Well done. Here is Gunston to Mitchell. Whoops. Doesn't do that very often. Back to Gunston. He's had a good match. Probing kick to Rioli. Shielded it well. They got it over the back. Bruce on the left. So clever. And Shields with a chance to get it back to 8 points. He kicked a goal from about this margin out against Port Adelaide. Or rather, against the Swans, I should say, in that first final when he took that overhead mark. It was about this distance out.
15 seconds, Liam. 15.
Gee, this would be a bonus. I mean, a couple of inside 50s, a couple of goals, and suddenly you feel like it's a 50-50 game again. But he hasn't been good on the set shots this year. He hasn't had too many, but he's only kicked the one from about 6. So Guthrie a bit wounded.
So what's that now, Bruce? 6-8 from set shots?
To 5-1. So 5-1 Geelong from set shots, 6 goals, 8 Hawthorn from set shots.
Martel outside the defensive 50. Standing in front, Johnson. Quick thinking. Motlop kicks it up towards the wing. Well, suddenly Joel Corey found a paddock. He goes down towards half forward. Hawkins 52 metres out. Lixarves dropping back. Hawkins has his back on the play. Lixarves against Weira. Sets it in that direction. Podsy Adley looking to work in front. Oh, timely fist from Hodge. Got the knock away. Gibson, Birchall, Mitchell towards the wing. Franklin leads in the race from one direction. Hill in the other. Did that come off Franklin's boot? Yes, it did. Geelong ball.
So Lonergan. Selwood's going to go short for him here. Finds him. Selwood just pumps it to the half-forward flank. Hawkins and Lake. And then Lewis runs it over. Boundary throw-in.
This is where Hawthorn have to make sure that they're very careful defensively. Geelong were able to kick 2 goals from forward 50 stoppages.
To get around Stevie Johnson,
Yeah.
Joel Selwood.
Johnson's lurking here at the back. Caddy running hard. Made a contest. Stratton out the back. Here is Johnson twisting, turning. Ball. He hasn't got it at the moment. And then Caddy standing up with Stratton. Stratton winning it. Good tackle, and then belting at Mitchell and a boundary throw in. Geelong would love to get a goal now just to ease the pressure. Here's the Guthrie hit. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah, good block.
Boundary throw in just outside the 50. Geelong's way. Vardy straight down to Johnson. Helped in the kick, I think. Kelly may have got the boot to that one. Comes across to Caddy, who's getting involved now. Caddy goes with the outside of the boot, and that's a big goal for the 20-year-old.
Huge impact. Josh Caddy was substituted on for Josh Hunt, who was battling across half-back, but has been composed, played well against Hawthorn in round 15. Certainly doesn't look out of his depth on the big stage in the preliminary final against the minor premiers.
It's been great. Murdoch kicked a similar goal, didn't he, at the end of the third quarter? Murdoch and Caddy have been they're the 2 guys that have come in.
Made enormous influence when they've come off, when Caddy came off the
Interchange.
change. Yeah,
So
very good.
back to that sort of cushy margin. Next goal now tells the tale, you feel. That ball not out. Still not out.
Holding the ball. Guys on the job.
So Burgoyne winning it against Corey. Hawthorn can't afford Geelong to get the next one. Just loads it up. Mackie goes to mark. Rivers sort of got in his road, didn't quite. Mackie very short. Johnson integral to where Geelong are right now. It's a clever kick. Gives Taylor every chance. He disguised it brilliantly, Johnson.
Thanks, Jack.
There's been nobody quite like him, I reckon.
Clear out, thanks, Jim. Clear out. Move it on.
He's not the best player that's ever played, but he's nearly the most interesting.
High ball from Taylor onto the chest of Lake. Just for the moment, Hawthorn have lost their composure. Moments ago, had men onto the outer side. Burgoyne just went long with a terrible kick inside the forward 50. Shields, nice gather. In his hip pocket was Stokes. Comes across to Mitchell. Struggles free. Runs inside the centre square. Uses the outer side of the ground. Weira, his finishing today hasn't been characteristic. That's not a bad one. It bounces obligingly for Roughhead. Back to Guerra, runs to the wing, goes to half forward. Whitecross. And Whitecross takes a stretching mark. It was well done. A long way from home. Right on the boundary. Short of left half forward. 96 plays 77. Cats on top. Barely inside the forward 50. Big pack. Duncan came strongly. Got a fist on it and put it 6 rows back.
We got an insight from Simpson at three-quarter time about where they thought the game was going to be won or lost. They're starting to rotate their senior players through the middle of the ground. Burgoyne, Hodge, Mitchell, Lewis, they're all going through the middle of the ground. Clearly they think that's where it's going to be won.
Smith held up well. Sherwood, good stuff. How difficult it is to protect the 3-goal lead, Tom, with 15 minutes to go?
Well, I think with the style of play that Geelong play in a contest, and this game has been in the contest, they'd be really confident about that. I think the more pertinent question is, how do you peg back the three-goal lead?
Sherwood getting better as it goes on. Varco. Interesting kick. Can Motlop get onto it? Well done, Guerra. That was last man standing, and that kick's a good one. To Lewis.
Play on forward.
So Lewis goes to half forward, doing a good spot. Stokes, good mark. Every time they cut this off, you feel it's a big win, don't you?
Yeah, they look so solid back there in the back 50. You wonder whether the week off should help Hawthorn to be a little bit stronger in this last 15 minutes. But I'm going to say Geelong are looking pretty powerful the way they're handling it. They look more composed. And the quick kick, the quick sort of mungle punt is almost an indication of a bit of panic.
Monaghan the high ball. The high leaper was Barney, hit the deck, Selwood. In mid-air, Guthrie. Fends off Hill. Kicks into Puopolo, though. In trouble, Rivers. Hand passes across, looking for Caddy. Caddy's got the football. Puopolo's got him. Opportunity for Whitecross in the opposite direction. Guthrie played it brilliantly to Motlop. Burgoyne, the 2 number 9s, clatter into each other. Burgoyne wins a hard football. Hand passes to Hill. Hill sends it down towards half forward. Open inside the forward 50. Bruce will get a free. Thrown out of it by Duncan. Burgoyne slow to get up. Meantime, kick comes from Bruce, taken by Smith. Will he go for the long left footer? May well do. There's a man camped on the 50. Goes in that direction. 2 left footers. Toss the coin. Lewis has been quiet tonight. Sends it long down towards full forward. Some jostling behind the pack. In the meantime, Rivers makes hay in front and takes the mark.
Great work off the ball by Jimmy Bartell. Sorry, Bruce.
Well, Rivers off the back foot, so that's a poor kick. Just that back foot sort of lazy type kick. Now, Franklin, with his curve and his power, this is not beyond him. This turns the whole match around if he kicks this. Hawthorn will have heart and hope.
His natural kicking action is the ball will go towards the right-hand goalpost and normally would call curl back late in its flight. He's certainly, I've seen him kick many goals from this part of the MCG.
So this could make a statement right here. Can he do it, buddy? It would be the most remarkable kick. It's going right there, and it was touched on the line. So Geelong dodged a bullet there. I mean, Duncan gave away a silly one a moment ago on Bruce. Rivers just a little lazy on the kick, but Hawthorn unable to take advantage. They've got to kick 3-4 goals to win now.
Bartell to bring it in then, kicks outside the defensive 50. Roughhead, quiet night, misjudged that one. Birchall at the back, gives it off. Stratton across to Mitchell. Played his heart out, Mitchell. Kept his head there, looking for somebody. Kicks inside the forward 50. Over the top, almost Gunston. Arriving quickly as Kelly. Tackle. Christensen. Well, he found a way through. Gets a hand pass to Bartell. Live ball in the square. Burgoyne applies the pressure. As a result, Hill with a chance. Hill puts it through. Wonderful work by Burgoyne. Forced the error.
Well, that young man there, we spoke about being clean at ground level early in the match, and in the most critical moment, ball absolutely coming flying. He was clean. He finished off. Terrific work.
He's kicked a couple. He's done a good job, hasn't he? Jimmy just couldn't get enough on it, could he?
No, you saw the mindset of Alan Christensen. Was really keen to keep the ball alive, which is fantastic. But quality defence by Bradley Hill to blog up that side.
They've been a great last quarter team, Hawthorn, this year. They've won 18 last quarters. Geelong have won 11.
Just good team defence there by Hawthorn. Hill was there. Guerra was also covering the release too. So structurally sound.
So back within range, you feel. Just 2 goals. Free kick to Blitzers.
Hi, Geelong.
So just a bit untidy there from the skipper. Throwing everything at it as always. So the catch. Can they get the next one and steady again? Blitzar's high ball. Podsiadly sets. Almost. Johnson couldn't keep his feet. Well done. Kicking it away. Stratton. Smith. So important if he can get some run and carry. Over the top. Well done, Rioli. Held on to. Paddling. Duncan. Rioli. Brilliantly done, Rioli. Every one of these are important. Shields. Hill again with run and carry. Bruce, normally creative. Can he turn his man? Good stuff by Varco. Out of play, but Hawthorn are willing the ball forward.
They have to keep going forward here. This is amazing smother here. One hand by Travis Varco. There's still a reluctance to surge the ball forward. Each Hawthorn player looks sideways and backwards. The confidence not quite there.
Boundary throw in. Good hand pass by Hill to the only place he could put it moments ago to Barton Grass. In front of the runner. Sewell wrestles. James Kelly, the umpire, will throw it up inside the attacking 50 for the Hawks who are coming. They trail by 12. Franklin tracks it back to the boundary. It's out. What a rivalry it is.
And Tommy mentioned about that. The reason why they have to go left or right is because they're going into numbers. And Geelong are outnumbering in that area. They have to get better ground representation in their forward 50.
Hale, first hand of the footy. Sewell in the opposite direction. Selwood at close quarters to Caddy in all sorts of trouble. Taken down by Franklin. The umpire will throw it up again.
You look at these
moments, the numbers of the 50.
You look at these moments, the courage to run late in games. You know, we've got 10 minutes to go. Everyone's sore, everyone's tired.
Rioli is through. Wonderful rock work. He hooks, he misses. Laid down into his path. But Rioli, a little rusty, missed the opportunity. Hawthorns have put him behind the goals doing what he could. Ball goes towards the outer side. Rioli punches it down.
It's getting busy, Cyril. Taylor. Back to Mackie. Johnson. Long handball. Murdoch out of play. So Hawthorn pressing hard here. You feel like these are now the minutes for Geelong. If they can absorb or even get one on the counter. I feel like Hawthorn right now are getting a bit on top. They need a couple of goals, but they can come quickly. Corey didn't take it. Selwood. Saul. Free kick. The All-Australian captain. His kicking tonight hasn't been superb, but that one, oh gee, okay. And you just can't praise Caddy enough, can you?
No, Joel Selwood will need to wear a cravat tomorrow. That is a bruised neck. Here's Caddy driving it around the outer side, close to the boundary line. Too close, way too close. Playing with fire. Hawthorn's ball. Gibson's got it. 11 points the margin. Gibson told to go. No space there. Over the top, under pressure, Guerra. Hard against the boundary line. Kicks just beyond the wing. Well done, Caddy. Knocked it down. Geelong's advantage. Johnson goes out wide. Stokes onto the loose ball. Goes down the boundary line. Weaving it brilliantly. Lake did that earlier tonight and then followed up with a real clanger. Not this time, mind you. Nothing complicated there. Guerra's got it. Comes short. They're bringing it back to the corridor. They need to be careful. He who dares wins. Well, we're about to find out. Smith dared. Gave it to Guerra. High ball to the outer side. Camped in front. Stokes in the back. He'll get the free kick. He's down towards right half forward.
That was finals pressure. Guerra should have gone to Smith at the very first instance, but just hesitated, which forced him to go back down the line. When the pressure's not there, you take the first option, you just go straight away.
Stokes to about 45 metres. Couple of big flyers. Vardy was at the back. Podsiadly. Ball coming out. Was he held on to Johnson? Boundary throw-in. Feel like the Cats need a goal here.
Even now, Geelong just look like they're making better decisions under pressure than Hawthorn, just a little bit more composed.
Ball gets to the back.
Well, the instructions to the Hawthorn players is get speed on the game. flick the handball on, keep speed on the game. If Geelong try to slow it down, you have to quicken it up.
G. Lewis was good. Mitchell's kick to a paddock now. Massive here. Rioli taking off. Lonigan still with Rioli. Real chance. Hawthorn are in now. Rioli pinpoint kick to full forward. Burgoyne with Mackie. What a big play. Burgoyne gets it back. Gunston's got 4. And they're coming now.
He's got the game in space there. Cyril closed the space on Andrew Mackie and was able to flick the ball forward. Burgoyne stood up in the contest. It's their only option, Voss. You get it out of space, put speed on the game.
Absolutely. Quick kick it, get it forward. Technique goes out the window. Game style goes out the window now. It's about what you can do to try and make you win the game in the end.
One of the rare occasions where, in fact, they got caught offside in a sense, the Geelong defence. They got caught upfield and Hawthorn beat them back.
Burgoyne has done it at both ends tonight. That was terrific on a hard ball against quality opposition. And the margin back to 5. It was 20 at three-quarter time. Vardy goes after it. Puopolo taken high. He gets the free kick. Similar to Selwood. Simply high tackles on this man. Told to go. Looks inside the forward 50. Long kick. Roughhead works his way in front. Didn't compete. Taylor thumped it away with the right boot. Lewis! A chance to take the lead for Bruce.
Clever kick from Jordan Lewis, wasn't it? Just didn't blaze. Actually had Buddy a bit longer. And the Geelong defenders gravitated to Franklin as you would. Just watch here. Composure here by Lewis. Just drops it. Franklin was to the left of screen.
Well, it's a funny game. Bruce 1-2 tonight. He's missed a couple of easy ones, and this one he's pulled left again. They will rue missed opportunities, Hawthorn, if they happen to lose this game. And there's every chance they will, because Geelong will not relinquish their hold easily.
So those set shots, eh? But Hawthorn with a little bit of momentum now. They're dominating the field play. Franklin leaving it for Mitchell. Mitchell, clever kick, getting the ball forward. Guthrie worked it well, trouble. Handball over the top. Bruce, well done. Rivers, Lewis, brilliantly. Gunston, Burgoyne to put them in front. He doesn't miss. He's kicked 3. Hawthorn back in front.
This might be the adage first team to 100 wins.
Is it that slightly for the week off? You play the whole season to try and earn the second week of the finals off, so you're just a little bit fitter, fresher going into the preliminary final. Is that just that slight difference?
Well, the important thing is the game is not won. So Hawthorn, to get themselves in this position, have had to quicken up the game. This game is far from over, so if they try to slow it down, you can pretty much guarantee Geelong will do the reverse.
Motivation plays a huge role here. Hawks stung by last year's grand final.
Richo?
Yeah, it's time to win the game, and they're not rotating their forward line now. It's all their talent. Burgoyne, Franklin, Rioli, Gunston, Roughhead and Bruce. It's been there the last 3 bounces.
There's Richo. Mitchell ducking. Lewis getting busy inside the forward 50. Franklin goes back. Knocked away down there by Lonigan. Falling to the ground, Bruce. Shin forward by Rioli. Shows wonderful courage to dive in. Bruce over the football. He's claimed down there by Bartel. Socket off the ground and through for a minor score, Rioli. What a game. As I said before, unbelievable, the contest between these two clubs. Bartel for distance. Tired kick. Up to midfield. Well, it works out okay. Harry missed the target, though. Across the ground it goes. Well played by Hale. Strength on Blitzarves. Sliding in there was Caddy. Down goes Corey. Over the top comes Sewell.
Big ball. Gee, they were out there. Big ball. They were out there. Fantastic play by Hale to make the contest, to hold the ball in.
Should have handballed Geelong instead of the little kick. 12 of the last 14 inside 50s Hawthorn since the Caddy goal. Bruce has been so good. Smith belting it back. Taylor. Saul. Handball forward. Gunston hands and knees. Clever. Smith running hard. Brilliant handball. Burgoyne will toe poking. Hill hooking. Well, that one bouncing away. Why didn't Burgoyne go for goal?
It's a good question. Because he had the 3 or 4 metre space, but he tried to set up Hill.
Lonergan short. Gets to Stokes on the bounce. Still inside the defensive 50. Smothered by Gunston. Stokes a second opportunity. Lays it off to Duncan. Runs away from halfback. Kicks it up towards the wing. Bounces off the chest of the hard-hitting Podsy Adley. Tries to give it to Murdoch. Knocks it forward. Thinking about the soccer was Hodge. On the assist was Shields. In goes the valiant Mitchell. He's tackled and dragged down. Ball releases. Joel Corey, the veteran, crashes into the pack. Stokes kicks at 20 metres. Taken by Sewell. Measures the options and finds a man in the clear. Gunston. 4 points the difference. Hawks on top. Gunston goes short. Luke Hodge settles it down. Clock at 3:40 and running.
Those 50-50s in the middle were huge. Bartell was forward on his own.
Oh, that's a bad
Not
spot.
a good kick, a terrible kick. Duncan takes the defensive mark.
So decides just to bang it. Hawthorn have got all the numbers. Terrible kick. Geelong have got to have more imagination than that right now.
They're playing as if there's 30 seconds to go, Geelong. They're still over 3 minutes, but they just really long kicking it out of the back 50.
Hawthorn making Geelong defend at the moment, and that's exhausting. You've got to find a man now. Geelong need to get the ball off Hawthorn if they're a chance to win this game, and that takes huge effort.
And we know Hawthorn generally is so good at this. Birchall, can they get another one? Ruffy's in a good spot. Oh, great mark. Duncan coming across. Poor kick a moment ago, but that was a fantastic mark. And again, they just go straight up the ground.
Stratton over the top. What a wonderful mark.
Need composure. A couple of big marks.
They've lost it, Geelong, haven't they?
Well, didn't they look like they think there's 30 seconds to go? They're not playing it like we've still got plenty of time.
Guerra on the overlap, sends it long down towards full forward. Roughhead commits to the pack, it falls in front. Mackie trying to struggle free. Taylor goes back to the line and forces it behind. So the margin is now at 5. He can't watch. Well, he closed it. Here's Johnson in the back pocket, slips a hand pass across to Selwood. The big names get busy. What can they conjure here? Up towards the wing, Christensen to Kelly on the overlap. Kelly towards half forward. Bartell goes back, keeping his footing there, doing brilliantly with Gibson. Comes away from halfback, spots some teammates. Mitchell, kamikaze, Cannon into Lewis. The hand pass comes forward down towards half forward from Whitecross. Overrun down there by Hill, and eventually behind him in his wake there's a scramble. Umpire lets them play. Mitchell gives a hand pass to Birchall. Birchall coming quickly was Varco. Kick down towards the 50. Up goes Taylor and gets it out of bounds. And both sides will regroup. A minute 33 to go.
37 disposals, Mitchell, just as he did earlier this year. 3 games against the Cats, 37, 36, 37. Geelong, one last chance. They've got to get it out of here. Back it goes to Mitchell. Make it 38.
In a mark.
Back to Mitchell again. Can they turn it over? Sewell. Twisting. Turning. Puopolo breaking Taylor's tackle. Getting it to the pocket. Gunston's kick right to full forward. No mark.
Oh, that's the worst result.
Yes, they didn't want a point.
Got Burgoyne behind play. They're just ready for the one that comes out at loose, Hawthorn.
Can't be a draw, we know that. Johnson's kick's brilliant. How did he do that? Play on call. And now free kick to Motlop. Surely umpire. No. Johnson gets it from Selwood. Stevie J floating to centre half forward. Varco. Still with Varco. This to tie the match. He's missed. He's missed.
He's been a luxury in the finals.
Well, the Kennett curse, 5 points, half a minute to go.
Burgoyne, wonderful game, short. Hodge.
About now, players would know now there's only about half a minute to go, so Hawthorn know that, Geelong would know that.
Hodge will go for distance around the outer side and close to the boundary line. Pack assemble out there. Podsy Adley, first hand to it. That's an important ball. Hale to Shields. We're down to 9 seconds. Hawthorn on top. Puopolo's got it. Hand passes to Roughhead. Get the hearse for the curse. It comes down towards Rioli. He'll mark and kick after the siren. I don't think the umpire has heard the siren. It's going. They've won. Hawthorn have won in a stunning game of football at the MCG. Hawthorn to the grand final. What a match. They've raised the bar yet again, these two clubs. The former Prez is very happy. That man is heartbroken. So gallant tonight, Geelong. But Hawthorn will play the winner of Fremantle and Sydney.
Four goals, 8-1 in the last quarter. They win by 5 points as they did last year in the prelim final.